Guys, there is a new Streamer.bot update today, and it's a massive update. There's a lot of new features, and we're gonna go through all of the new features today. If you guys don't know about Streamer.bot, in my mind, it's the best bot for streamers. Period. I made a couple videos on Streamer.bot already, so I'll link it somewhere so you guys can watch it if you don't know what it is. There's a lot of new updates today, some pretty big ones too, especially YouTube support. We're gonna talk about that in a second. If you want to see the list of all of the changes, it'll be on the Streamer.bot website, and you can check that out. But I'm just gonna list out 5 or 6 of, I think, the biggest changes that are gonna matter to you guys to kind of break it down and make it easier for you to understand what's going on. Can you just... Thank you for the sub. All right. So I'm not going to bore you by going through this entire changelog because there's a lot of fixes and updates. So let's break it down. Well, let's just show you what it looks like first. So here is Streamer.bot. Here's the new version of Streamer.bot. This is going to be available today if you're in the stream. By the time you watch this on YouTube, it will already be available. Just before I even show you everything that's new here, let me show you how to update, because I get that question a lot. It's like, how do I even update Streamer.bot? What you want to do is you go to your Streamer.bot folder, and this folder includes all of your settings and the entire program. So I would recommend that you back up this entire folder. It already does backups automatically, but like it's safe to just back up this whole folder just in case you need to roll back for some reason. But all you have to do is you download Streamer.bot from the website. You'll just get a zip file here, and you literally just take every single file and you just drag and drop it over, and then you just overwrite it when he asks you to overwrite. That's all you need to do. So let's go through the 6 or so things that I think are in the new update. First thing is a lot of things have been reorganized, and things have just been polished up a little bit more, so it's a little bit easier to navigate. One of the big changes that was just released yesterday in the alpha, you can now search for commands or actions. So if you want to search for like my translate command, you can just type it in the box and it filters as you type. Really cool. They have this on a couple of other pages too. So the commands page, so this is where you can type in your chat commands. There's also a filter box here. If you want to look for like my shout out command, you just type that in and it'll filter as you type. So it's really easy to find the things that you need to find, and you'll see that in some of the other pages as well. The other thing you'll notice is some of the tabs that were up here have been moved around. So there's a new platforms tab, which is going to reveal the next and probably the biggest update for Streamer.bot. It now has YouTube support. So if you're a YouTube streamer, you can finally use Streamer.bot for your YouTube streams. I can't really demonstrate that now, but you basically just go into this account tab, click sign in, and then you can start attaching all your different actions over here in the events tab. There's not really a lot of things you can do here, but like you can make events happen every time someone writes a chat message or every time you get like a super chat on YouTube. So like there are things here. It's not as robust as Twitch, obviously, but that's what comes with streaming on YouTube. But there is YouTube support now. On top of YouTube, they have way more integrations as well. So previously you could only really connect with Streamlabs and Stream Elements, but now Stream Elements I believe has merch support as well, which I'm probably gonna see if I can end up using. But there's a ton more other things here. So there's voice mod, there's donor drive for donation platforms, there's pulsoid and hype rate, which is for like heart rate monitors. They've got Tippy stream, there's treat stream if you have access to that, where people can like buy you food and stuff while you're streaming. Then there's also coffee and Patreon support. Speaking of Patreon, did you guys know that I recently started Patreon, where I'll be giving you guys all of my widgets and stuff over time? I'll be like uploading a whole bunch of widgets. We'll talk more about Patreon like in the future, but just know I started that up. So I'll link it down below if you're interested and you want to check it out. I'm going to be releasing things like my hype train widget, prediction, and my poll widgets, a bunch of other stuff there. It's not available yet, but that's what I'm planning to do. So yeah, we can set up Patreon. I think we'll try set it up now. I haven't even connected my account. How do I do that? Oh, I probably have to do that on the website, don't I? We'll mess with that later. Another update that you guys might find interesting is the action queues tab. How dare you? So the action queues tab is super awesome. This has been much needed, but now every time you run an action in Streamer.bot, there's a dedicated tab to show what's currently running. So if I run my blooper redeem, it shows up here in the pending actions. So anything that's currently running, it will show up here and then disappear when it's done. You have access to all your queues here, which is a much better interface than what was there before. You can add queues. So the queue system is so you can put different actions in different queues. If you don't want two different actions running at the same time, you can put them on the same queue. I like to put all my actions into different queues. That's why I have like a bajillion other queues. But the big thing here in this tab is this action history tab. You can see every action that ever gets run, which I have a lot of. Anytime an action is run, it will appear in this tab. Frankly, I think this should be in reverse order, so you don't have to scroll all the way to the bottom, but that's, you know, that's just me being annoying. Nate, change it. Anyway, this is really cool. It's maybe a little bit advanced if you're not familiar with like variables and stuff, but one of the things that's awesome about this is anytime you run an action, you can right click in it and you can inspect the variables that are available every time you run it. So if I was to like create a Twitch poll, so I created a poll that popped up my widget here, but you can see the action that I have that creates the poll. The action will appear in the action history. So I can right click it, I can inspect variables, and this actually lists all of the variables that are available every time I create a poll. So if you are like super into Streamer.bot and you do like custom programming and stuff, like this is awesome because you can actually like see the data that you have access to and what you can do with it. So there's a big game changer here. Also, I obviously have like a ton of actions going on right now, so you can right click in the top, go to filtering, and you can just filter based on what you want to see. So if I only want to see my poll widget, then I can select the poll wherever that was. I don't know where that is. The next feature in Streamer.bot, this is the biggest update for me. Let's go to Streamer.bot, the website. If you click on the top right here, it'll say sign in. You can actually sign into Streamer.bot here with your Discord account, and you'll see this page that says My Decks. So you can actually create web-based Stream Deck pages for Streamer.bot now. So this is awesome because now you can create actions in Streamer.bot. You can put the interface on your phone and run the actions from your phone. Or in my case, because they're web-based, this is another computer. I could pull up the web-based Stream Deck on this big touchscreen monitor here, and I can make a big-ass kiosk of all my different commands. This is just one that I set up yesterday on stream. I can like run all my commands just by clicking it here. So if I want to cause a meltdown, I just click on it here, and it runs my Streamer.bot action. And you can run all your different actions here as well. If you want to create a new button, you just click on the little icon there, and here will list all your different actions. So if I wanted to create a button for, I don't know, creating a party, I can just name it party, press save, and I have a brand new button. I can click on it. I can't play this music in stream. Once you've created your deck, you can just click on launch deck, and this is exactly what you'll see. You just copy whatever URL you get here. You can just copy this to your phone, pull up the URL on my phone, and I have a touch screen Stream Deck thing available remotely, and I can run all my different actions here. So I can do a barrel roll. Oh,
do a barrel roll.
I can do an instant transmission. I can of course change scenes as well. So yeah, you have access to basically everything just on your phone. And because it's just a normal web-based application, you can run this on any computer. It's cross-platform. You can run it on Mac, you can run it on Linux, or in my case, there you go, it loaded. So this is portrait, so it looks kind of weird, but this is a separate computer. I can run my stream using these buttons here. Oh shit. I haven't fed my editor in like 3 weeks. I can share the URL with my mods as well. So we gave Belle access to this URL, and she lives on the other side of the planet, but she was able to control my stream and run all of my effects from her phone. And it would be like a really nice way to have like a producer for your stream who can run your stream remotely as well. All right, what other buttons can we give her? So the way you set that up is to just go over to your deck, go into deck options, and then go into security. You can make the deck private, and then under user access, you just search for the Discord ID for any of your mods or whoever you want to have access to your Stream Deck pages. You just have to make sure that your mods log into Streamer.bot first for their name to appear here. So initially Belle's ID didn't appear here, I had to get her to log in, but once she logged in, I just had to search for her name here, add it there, save it, and then I just give her the link to the URL, and she could control my stream like no matter where she is in the world. So it's super cool, and I think opens up doors for some super unique and expansive streams with bigger teams and stuff. I think this is the biggest feature for the new version of StreamerBot. A couple other features as well. The new version of StreamerBot makes it way easier to import and export actions. So one of the things that I always tell people about StreamerBot is the real value of it. If you know code, you can custom code your own commands, and I have a lot of them here. So I have like, here's a simple one that we've been playing around with this week is I wrote a command for translating stuff, which has all this custom written code that I wrote. And obviously, like, I'm not gonna get you guys to write this code out, but what I can do is you can export your code here. So you go to export and you just search for the action that you want to export. So I actually turned my translate command into a chat command so that people can just type in like translate hola, and it didn't translate that. Okay, I needed a longer sentence. I could just copy what they're saying, paste it here, and it'll translate it. I like cake. So if I wanted to give this command to someone else, like to my community, I can give it to them without them knowing how to code. All I have to do is go over to StreamerBot, go into export, go into commands, and search for the translate command that I wrote, and just export this. You can export this as a file, and then I can give that file to whoever wants to have it. They just have to go into StreamerBot, click import, and then the file, you just drag it in, and it imports everything. It imports the chat command. They just have to click import, and then they can start using the translate command in their stream. So this was always available in StreamerBot, but the big difference is it handles libraries and custom libraries way better. One of the things that I have trouble with is I have a lot of code that I want to give to you guys. And normally when I would give code to people, one of the steps is to always go into this references window here, and then have to fix all the references and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. It's really annoying. StreamerBot is like way better about handling references. Like it will try to automatically fix references here. You can also add your own custom libraries if you know about code. So it has a DLLs folder here now. So if you write a custom library, you can just throw the library into here and it'll be imported into all your code. So you don't have to like fix references. You can also add common libraries in the settings C# compiler. So you can list common references here. So you don't have to run it. You don't have to add the reference for every single action that you make. This is something that most people are probably going to take for granted. But if you are a programmer, this is a really awesome feature to have. One more feature, there's a folder watcher feature. So before there was a file watcher feature where you can have StreamerBot look at a particular file in your computer, and every time that file gets updated, you can make a certain action happen. Well, I basically told Nate that I want this to be a folder watcher feature. So now what I can do, I wrote my own action here that scans a folder on my computer. It scans a screenshots folder. So every time I take a screenshot now, here's what happens. So I'm gonna press print screen on my keyboard. This will pop up. I can just like draw a rectangle around this, save it, and then that screenshot goes into my screenshots folder. StreamerBot will detect that it went into my into my screenshots folder, and then it will add that image into OBS automatically. So I can take quick screenshots and quickly add them into OBS. You can use this folder watcher feature for many other things, but this is like a really practical thing that I made. If I'm streaming, right, and someone writes a comment and I want to like highlight that, I hit print screen. I draw a rectangle around what they wrote, save it, and it'll just automatically pops up on screen as a source that I can move around, make it bigger. Yeah, big props to Nate. That's about it. Those are the main features in StreamerBot. Go on to the StreamerBot website, go download it, try it out, and let me know what you guys think about it. Or just write anything in the comments because it will make me look popular, like a popular influencer.